Many of us are becoming more and more isolated every day. The key to a growing future lies within the coexisting and collaboration of all assets in one's environment. By seeking the strengths within all that is around us and making this part of us, we can work towards a better future. We are all part of an intricate network and need to realize this.
Streams are like veins in a body. If I inject some poison into this vein, it travels throughout the body. If I inject poison into a stream, it travels through the whole water system. So from the pure water quality point of view, it's important to ensure that they're not subject to siltation, that they're not subject to acidification, they're not subject to chemicals or anything like that.
Aujourd'hui, ces disparitions est tellement rapide que l'on peut craindre deux choses. Que la vie ne s'adapte pas à cette vitesse, et deuxièmement, que les disparitions d'interaction soient tellement importantes que ce qui reste s'écroule. Et si le réseau du vivant s'écroule, comme nous sommes dans ce réseau, nous nous écroulerons avec. Ces interactions, elles vont nous être nécessaires à tous les niveaux. Une vache ne fait pas du fromage, la vache produit du lait. Mais ce lait ne pourra devenir du fromage que parce que nous avons des micro-organismes, des bactéries ou des levures qui vont nous permettre de transformer ce lait en fromage. Et si elle a pu faire du lait, c'est parce qu'elle a mangé une bonne herbe. Et cette herbe, si elle a pu l'obtenir, c'est parce que dans le sol, il y a des micro-organismes qui rendent le sol fertile et qui permettent à la vache d'avoir de la bonne herbe. Cette bonne herbe, avec des micro-organismes dans les estomacs, va donner du bon lait et ainsi de suite jusqu'au fromage. Au milieu de cela, il y a les humains qui ont géré le système. Et les humains ne sont donc pas dehors de la biodiversité, comme beaucoup de gens le croient, ils sont dedans. Donc protéger la diversité biologique, c'est aussi nous protéger.
The idea of floating homes has been around for a long time. People live on riverboats, they live all over the world in canals and so on. But what we're talking about is actually giving you all of the services. So extracting fresh water, getting energy, because of course water is itself a powerful energy source. It stores energy and you can extract it. You can use it for air conditioning as well as for heating throughout the year. And then what would stop you creating then a whole city out of floating homes? And then making that into an infrastructure which is fit for purpose and might even, might say in a science fiction way, be anchored just off the land where perhaps you were. So it is really intriguing to see how countries as diverse as the Maldives all the way through to Miami are really thinking that these aren't so far-fetched and that we could find ourselves in a beautiful way living on a floating, wonderful ecosystem anchored just offshore to where we once used to live.
Looking at this vision, the idea is that all these different connection points in a network are visible in a certain way. Now, the best way to do that and the best way to collaborate is, of course, over a source that works together, that works in a collaborative atmosphere. And the best way to do that is, of course, the internet nowadays. And on the internet we have, then again, websites which work in a very collaborative way, very cooperative way. Things like Facebook, YouTube, they all work in communicating, sharing, and even interacting with each other. Now, the idea behind this platform is that it's a casual community website. You can discuss with each other, talk about better solutions. Being part of the website means you deliver on your part, so provide what you can concerning connections between certain aspects, and of course you're here to find connections that you otherwise didn't see. The idea behind creating this network is to actually visualize all the different connections that there are concerning different aspects in the world, concerning new services, new products, as say the connection between man, machine, transportation, and getting to work. The idea of public transportation as opposed to carpooling. Those are different connections that one can make, which are good solutions. In looking at these connections, one has to look also at the level of development. It is up to you to rate at which development level something is at, and it's also up to you to create new connections with a certain level of development. It's all very relative, so it's all very much a beginning towards a new network of connections, but it's very important for the future of designing new things.